Discussions in Tarrant tonight regarding a new proposal from Mayor Wayman Newton.
Last week, we reported that he was working on securing a credit for residents using Tarrant Electric. Well, Newton says that it would be a one-time $75 credit that would be applied to next month's bill. He told us that it would come from the electric company's nearly $4 million budget surplus, and he believes it would be a big boost for people in need as the holidays get closer.
WVTM 13's Gladys Bautista on hand to hear these discussions. She's live and local in Tarrant tonight. What was their decision, Gladys?
Well, they decided to table it until the next meeting to make sure that the electric company can actually give that credit. But they did discuss another issue at hand, which is the fact that the city right now has 2 fire chiefs and how they're going to deal with that. You might remember that one of the fire chiefs was terminated, Fire Chief Jason Rickles, but the personnel board said that that termination could not stand. Tonight, the council was supposed to decide whether to reinstate him or back pay him as well as give him front pay until Rickles' retirement date. And this was another point of contention between the council. Rickles even going before the council to say he will walk away and take the back pay and front pay without being reinstated, something Mayor Newton says he disagrees with.
The personnel board orders had some pretty specific clauses in there in terms of what he was entitled to. And again, he's not entitled to $500,000. Again, that's just their attempt to try to swindle money out the city. And it's sad because in an effort to spite me and to undermine me and to try to make me look bad, they're willing to pay this guy, or they're even considering paying this man $500,000.
$500,000, $500,000. That is what they are asking for with regard to the back pay and front pay for Fire Chief Jason Rickles. We also spoke with Rickles' attorney, Scott Morrow, who says he's not surprised about the back and forth at tonight's meeting.
With the city council and their decisions, the mayor is deflecting blame. It's unfortunate. We have the support of the city council, and so we're just looking forward to Rickles being paid. He doesn't want to interfere, as you saw, with the workings of the fire department. And the mayor, while he says he has done the right thing, he did not follow the state law.
Morrow says that he does believe as of now going to court is going to be the only way he can get his client paid. Live in Tarrant for you tonight, I'm Gladys Bautista, WVTM 13.
Gladys, thanks.